Right, let's move on. So this is the next example, timeline. Timeline is a form of notes that usually contains information on events that happen sequence over a period of time. So what does it mean is that whenever we use timeline tag, right? So let's talk about your schedule for during previous weekend. So what did you do? So perhaps early in the morning at 6:30 a.m. you woke up, and then you perform your subuh prayer, and then maybe around 7:30 you have your shower, and then next routine you have your breakfast, and then next routine around perhaps 9 a.m. in the morning you will have your bonding time with your parents, maybe around 11. You went out with your friends. 12, go watch cinema, and around 8 p.m. you went back home. So this will depict the activities that you have completed during your weekends at home, according to sequence over time. But then at the same time, you can use it to illustrate milestone of what you have achieved. For instance, in your kindergarten, whatever your achievement, your primary school, your secondary school, your college level, your institute level, your university level, or perhaps timeline tag will reflect on your academic achievement or your success in life, right? But normally, if in working context, timeline normally they will use to depict on progress of work, right? Progress of work, achievement of work, how many percent of achievement that they have managed to cover, perhaps production, or perhaps paperwork, or perhaps the achievement of the construction rate, how many percent has construction rate, how many percent has been completed. So this is what we call as timeline. Right, I'll give you about 10 seconds again for you to comprehend, to understand the example of graphic organizer timeline. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's move on to our next slide or example of graphic organizer. This is what we call as pie chart. This is normally that we can. It is commonly used by teachers to show figure how many percentage of student, how many percent of financial, how many percent of students, how many percent of expenses, how many percent of transportation. Okay, as you can see here, a pie chart is the best way to show percentages on factual information. Figure 2.5, monthly expenditure, perbelanjaan. Okay, for instance, groceries 38%, alcohol 17.5, 19.5 on meat and fish, 12.6 fruit and vegetable, 12.4 on meals out, which altogether, if we add it up, it will be 100%. So pie chart to show percentages. It is best method or graphic organizers that we can use to make it clearer for our readers to differentiate or to categorize how many percent of perhaps habit, how many percent students are reading, how many percent students like to watch cinema, how many percent students like gaming, or how many students students are excellent in their lesson or studies. So we will use pie chart. Okay, let's move on to our next slide. For that, I will give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the last one will be flowchart. A flowchart represents information that comes in a series of process. Examples would be on the next slide. So this is example of flowchart. There you go. So title, introduction, usually written in full paragraph form, specific purpose, body, elaboration, main point, conclusion, and bibliography. Right, there you go. This is flowchart. So summary. Graphic organizers are very versatile instructional tools that can easily be used to optimize content-based lesson. It is true because without graphic organizers, it is a hassle for students to understand, to comprehend whatever information being delivered to them. Because by using graphic organizers, it is much simpler for students to understand, for readers to comprehend, for readers to apply, to extract information from the tables given. Okay. Provide necessary scaffolding to reinforce understanding. Scaffolding is like a structure, it's like a bone, what you call it, strength for you to connect information, to gather information, to align, to restructure, to implement, and to present it to other people. Whenever you have that understanding, whenever you have that capabilities to connect information from one lesson to another lesson, by using graphic organizer, it will definitely assist you in a drastic manner. Okay, engage students more on active learning. So true, because whenever we give them only words or perhaps explanation, regardless whether it is in written form or perhaps in perhaps in speaking approach, but if you don't have any kind or any other method to reinforce students' understanding, then it will be much more complicated for them to comprehend, learners to comprehend. Okay, sebab whenever we use graphic, bila kita gunakan ilustrasi, gambar raja, contoh yang lain selain daripada other than speaking and notes, when we assist them, when we assist understanding, pemahaman dengan ilustrasi dan juga gambar raja, pemahaman tu akan menjadi lebih tinggi percentage-nya. So support cooperative learning activities. Well, definitely whenever we have illustration, when we have graphic organizers, students will have the capabilities and urge to ask questions, to explain more, to engage in classroom session even much better. Yeah. So with that, I end my session, and I hope that I'll give you assignments and tasks, and if you have any issues or problems, you can just simply email me, or perhaps you can WhatsApp me straightforward, and I will assist you in whatever problems and you might have, particularly in our technical English subject for semester 1. And with that, I hope you be inspired, be extraordinary, and be world class with TVET. Thank you very much. I end my session for today. Take care, goodbye, and Assalamualaikum.